begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun, this is where the fun, this is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
Hello there. Hello, everybody.
Hello there.
Oh, I'm getting an echo now. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. Craig here, live in Atlanta, Georgia, with my hot tub pal, my pool pal, Ryan Dole.
Nice.
My pool
Dude.
pal.
I'm not even back in Vancouver yet.
Yeah, Ryan has not even made it home yet. Oh,
I'm
my
back
God.
in the farm. What's happening, dude?
Welcome, everybody, to Toy Anxiety. Only two of us tonight. Abigail and Jacob are on assignment, as they say, recovering from Star Wars Celebration, and also preparing for another YHS adventure next week for EctoFest out there in Culver City. But we'll talk about Ghostbusters next week. I want to introduce my co-host and also thank you guys for joining us and kind of dealing with us as we've kind of had to navigate schedules and flights and timing and everything else. So we appreciate you being here with us on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Obviously, we're normally happening on 9:30 on Tuesday. Programming note, we're not going to do the bonus after show today. We will get to it at some point this week. So just stay tuned for that bonus Patreon Extreme Toy Anxiety. And let's say hi to Ryan. Ryan, you're if we, dude, go for it. Ryan on the farm, yelling at farm animals and talking about toys. Ryan, I gotta say, we saw each other.
What's going on there?
We saw each other in person for the first time in 3 years. We had a great time. Celebration was pretty incredible weekend. Goes by fast. I think we're all dying a little bit on the inside now that it's over. But Ryan, how are you this wonderful evening?
Oh gosh, I haven't slept since Monday of last week.
You really haven't. I got to give you credit.
I flew out on Monday. It was a pretty quiet, it was very much on the DL. Just Kat Hansen and I were the only ones in town at that point. So we were able to just go hang out, do stuff, crashed early, got to sleep in a little bit. And I was like, all right, I think I'm ready for this week. And then Disney, then another late night, then Celebration, early morning, late night, early morning, late night, long day flying home. And then it was long day flying home. Then I was back to work on Tuesday after I couldn't sleep on Monday when I got home. So even after all that full day of 12-hour travel, I couldn't sleep. I was wide awake. I was like, oh my God, why aren't I at a bar in a hotel right now?
Yeah, I had no idea Obi-Wan was on today. I got a notification on my phone that said the new episode of Obi-Wan now streaming. And I was like, what? What day is it? I just, I can't, I'm losing time. I'm losing energy. No, it's good. Before we go any further, we got to say hi to the chat. Got a lot of people here and we'll start talking to everybody. Ghost Poppers is here. BTG, BP on the air. Jim, what's up, man? Matt, all goods here. Adam Smedberg, Batman 8-9, J Key in the house all the way from Monster Island. Riley Bob, Hung Win, Jacob Walsh, the excellence of execution. I can't do the J Key thing, but Jake's here hanging out in the chat. Randalorian, David, Tony Taylor, Wild Palm Studios. From Tony Taylor Toy. Can you believe it? He's here. Andy Silva, Soundwave, AJ Quick. Is that Finn Dolhard? It is. Jeff is here. Jessica Parker, Michael Taylor, Bearded Toy Guy, and so on and so on. We're going to be having some fun in the chat tonight. There's actually, I was hoping it would be a slow week, but I know, we did some toy hunting at Celebration. Majority of the things I picked up, I shipped back. So we're going to have to kind of put a little bit of a pin in showing off some of the goods, at least for me. And I know, Ryan, you're traveling right now as well. So, but we got a lot to cover Star Wars wise tonight. Today was like pre-order nightmare. There was a ton of reveals at Star Wars Celebration, and we all, we individually had experiences interacting with the Hasbro team, our beloved Hasbro Star Wars team. And Ryan, I'm just going to go to you. You hit the floor hard that first day at Celebration, and you were immediately in the Hasbro booth. Tell me about your experience.
Well, I have to break the news to everyone.
Don't do it.
It's going to be big. It's big. The biggest news. It's going to be the biggest shocker.
Is this a pipe bomb?
This is a pipe bomb. This is the biggest shocker since the return of CM Punk. All right, to wrestling.
All right, here it is. Ryan Dolan,
I have a new best friend, and his name is Patrick. It's no longer letters to Patrick. It's shaking hands and hugging. That's what we do now. Yeah, I actually had a long, good chat with Patrick, and it was.
And for those of you who don't know, Patrick is the, if you're new to the channel, is the Star Wars kind of head of Star Wars brand manager for Hasbro Star Wars.
Correct. And so, as we all see him, and trust me, I know it's going to come as a shock, seeing as we do lean on the guy pretty hard. But getting to talk to him without the cameras there and getting to allow him to be a little more transparent, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, we're on the same page here, and now we are like the bestest of friends in the world. Yeah,
I've seen no proof of this friendship. I've only heard tales from Celebration. No, I mean, I thought it was cool. I actually did not get a chance to talk to anybody personally. Look, we talked about it a little bit on.
Wait, hold on. You were at Celebration. You had plenty of opportunity to like talk to any of the designers, Mr. Deer in the Headlights and Patrick. You talked to none of them?
Yeah. No, but I did go to the Hasbro panel. Jacob Walsh and myself sat in the back row. We got in. We were like the last people on the standby line, and we watched the panel. And I was pretty happy with a lot of the reveals, but we are going to talk about the HasLab tonight. We're going to have a full breakdown here.
Absolutely.
I will say that I understand they are hardworking people, and I love the products that they put out. And, I just, the hype is not there. It just doesn't feel like a team that knows how to hype their product. I'm not trying to be internet troll fanboy. Like, I buy the products. I buy Black Series. I back HasLabs. I buy Vintage Collection, Retro, whatever. I just want people on stage that seem excited about what they're doing. And that's just not, and I don't know, Ryan, if you've got the chance to go back and watch any of the panel, but it is what it is. Like it's, and you can't say it's an industry thing because God damn it, the G.I. Joe team we've been talking about this for months. I don't know.
Dude, when I got to talk to Patrick and find out where he's coming from, it was like, or what's kind of happening, and him talking about how they're bottlenecked and all this other stuff. And I was like, cool, great. This is all the stuff that was kind of in the back of my head. You're now confirming it. I can kind of somewhat relax because I know there's nothing any of us can do about it. However, you are still correct, because even though I won't be getting Hunter for Black Series Junior until sometime 2026, I want to at least be excited about it. And
could you imagine if they just put out? No, keep going. You're good.
Because even when they did the throne room for Jabba the Hutt, and they had the bib for stuff there, that got me even more excited. Like at first, I was like, that was such an impulse thing because I was excited about Boba Fett and I love Fennec. And then I was kind of like, I'm probably going to cancel that order. And then I saw it in person. By the way, it's massive. It's like the size of like a school desk, and it's like, like a teacher's school desk. It's giant.
I gotta give them a shout out. The booth displays were incredible. The Razor Crest. I was jealous of the Razor Crest, and I have it. I wanted to go home and change how mine's displayed. The Razor Crest was great. The Jabba or the Bib Fortuna throne room display was great.
Mhm.
Besides Sideshow, I would say Hasbro had the best booth display. And I know a lot of the reveals didn't happen till, Saturday. And that's pretty common for conventions where they hold off on revealing some stuff.
Yeah.
Jake and I did a full booth tour before they put out a lot of the reveals, but you can watch that on our YouTube channel now.
Yep.
So
I'm in there for 5 seconds. Watch it. It's good.
Ryan, what was your takeaway from your conversation? Your honest to goodness, no, all joking aside,
Yeah.
takeaway from your conversation with Patrick.
Well, it really does sound like Hasbro does want to sell toys and make toys and have them there as the show happens.
Right.
But it's a client side thing. As we did predict, right? Having to kind of like work, like, is this a Lucasfilm thing? Are they, because they like to keep secrets? And bottom line, end of the day, that's what it is. And the other thing, he mentioned a couple things. I know you got mad at me for the one because I kind of actually agreed with him. And you're like, no, fuck that. And then another kind of thing too was just like the shows and stuff now, they get made so quickly, right? They do like almost a turnover of 6 months.
Sure.
And they can't make these action figures in 6 months.
Right.
So even if they get the stuff on time, or at the beginning of like when they do like their costume turnarounds and all that kind of stuff for the VFX teams, whatever, and they send them all the ref, they still don't have enough time to make the toys to when the shows come out.
Right.
And
when do you get your first paycheck from Hasbro, by the way?
God, I hope soon. I hope it's big.
I hope it's a big one.
I hope it's where's my 4th of May box? Where is it?
That's funny.
Like, yes, I'm not trying to be full on Hasbro sympathizer because I do agree with all the stuff you're saying too, but he did make a point because I did bring up the whole like, well, like Marvel can have like Doctor Strange figures and we can see them all before the movies come out, and the Thor ones are out now. We're not even done making the movie. Right? And doing shit like that. And he was already like, yeah, but Marvel will never have a Grogu. And I was like,
is that really a response? Like, who can like, yeah, you're right. That's so stupid.
Because we were talking about like, like there's always going to be certain characters that are just they're not going to know about until after it airs.
Sure.
Because
well, the problem is, and we've talked about it a lot. Star Wars fans, by and large, it's a smaller, the hardcore Star Wars fan who wants every character is just a small, like, we got to swallow our lumps on this one. It's not as big as Marvel. Marvel Legends Collector, that's a whole nother thing. Star Wars fans argue with each other about what's the best scale. Black Series, Vintage Collection, I like the retros. We got a lot to figure out.
2.75, folks. Legacy scale.
Vintage Collection on the streets. Black Series in the sheets.
Yeah.
Randall Lorian asks, when you say client side, are you meaning supply chain? I think Randall, go for it.
So when I say client side, I mean Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm is the client.
Sure.
So they have to make things as per them, right? And same with Marvel. Like the Marvel Studios and Marvel Comics. Marvel, the brand, that's the client.
Right.
They don't own those IPs like they own Power Rangers and G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Listen, I walked up to Ryan while I was talking to Patrick. I looked at Patrick and I looked at Ryan and I said, when the time comes, the boy must be trained. I didn't do that.
But I hope we get a vintage collection. You know what? I'll take any scale at this point. Give me an Owen.
Give me Owen. Owen.
Give me Owen and give me
AEW revealed 2 Owens.
Oh,
and he's
nice.
Canadian.
Well played.
So listen, supply chain production issues aside, Hasbro had a cool showing, lots of reveals. We're going to get into them. Ryan, do you want to start with the HasLab, or do you want to push that off a little bit? Do you want to get what do you want to do? This is all about.
I know we're going to probably do a bigger deep dive into Celebration,
right?
But I need to get something off my chest.
Let's go for it.
It was really annoying that Hasbro and Sideshow had nothing there to buy.
Right.
Pre-order it, but I couldn't go there and be like, you know what, Sideshow? I'll take the entire Hot Toys collection of the Bad Batch. Couldn't
Right.
do it. And I
Couldn't
understand that
do it.
some
They
of
have
them are
no
there
product
to
on
order or
site.
whatever,
Jake
but there's
Jake
no,
was talking about this as well.
Then you know what? I'm gonna hold. That's just my gripe. I want to hold off until
No. Please go. We're gonna keep talking about it. Go for it. You gotta rant. You gotta go.
It just was annoying. And then so when you know, you ask them like, well, how come they're not having anything? And they both kind of gave me the answer of, well, you know, people kind of complained about it's hard to get this stuff home after you buy it. And I'm just like, no, none of that. You go to Celebration, and if they already show you what's going to be there, and you already plan to buy Sideshow, and I get it. Sometimes the statue and all that kind of stuff, it could have been, you know, an impulse buy. I get that. But when you're even doing that impulse buy and that thing is on display and it's that, you know, the size of that Rey and that Kylo statues, you already know at this point you better start figuring a way to get that shit home.
Well, because we're toy collectors and we want to be able to put it, like, that's why you go to the vendors and you make impulse buys and you go, well, I didn't know how I was going to get my stuff home. Luckily,
I had a fair chance of getting a Volkswagen on site.
Oh, dude, you could have drove off with a VW electric Obi-Wan Kenobi Volkswagen. That would have been amazing. We shipped stuff back. The both the Hilton and the Marriott that are connected to the convention center had FedEx on site, and all you had to do was drop your stuff up. They packed it up for you and they shipped it. And yeah, I think it's more of a cost thing. I think that they don't want to invest the money in getting all the product there. I think that's more what it is than anything.
Mattel did it.
Well, yes, right? Mattel had a plush. I'm still pretty salty about the Pulse exclusive Paz Vizsla Jon Favreau figure, which went on general pre-order this morning. So if you're on,
dude. So I want to bring this up too. This is another thing where Hasbro kind of pissed me off a little bit. I wasn't going to get that pre-Vizsla. Once I saw it, I was kind of like, no, I know there's collectors that love that kind of stuff. They like to collect George Lucas figures. And there's even that George Lucas family episode 3 collection set, all that stuff, right?
Sure.
I get it, right? People want the Dave Filoni, all that stuff. Okay, I digest. Listen, what ticked me off about it was you scan the code, then it says, oh, you have to download the Hasbro app. Well, guess what? The Hasbro app is only available in the States. So my phone's Canadian. It just was like, no, you can't order this. So then I talked to somebody at Hasbro like, hey, can I just take that one? And they're just like, no, what you have to do is you have to go into your Apple account and change your address. Excuse me? Like, that just seems like too much goddamn work.
It does.
Right? And it's just like, what? Just so I can order this? Like, come on, guys. Get your shit together. Realize that if you're going to be having an app, especially at a convention where you're like, and it's going to be the same deal for San Diego, it has a very international, what's the word I'm looking for? Appeal. Very international appeal. So you get people flying from all over the world, usually to these, like the Star Wars Celebration and San Diego and New York. So you got time. You had 3 years to figure this out. Get your shit together. Do better for people that aren't dirty, sloppy Americans.
Yeah, I agree. I think it sucks. I want to go there. I want to buy stuff. I want an exclusive. And we got pre-order slips, and I ordered my Jon Favreau figure, and I'll get it in a year, and it'll show up and go, oh, I forgot about that. And then that'll be it. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead and we're going to get to the chat here in a few. Let's go ahead and start looking at some of these reveals. Plenty of reveals as far as Vintage Collection and Black Series go. Lots of pre-orders today. I can honestly say I did not pre-order a goddamn thing. I don't have the time, energy, and all the stuff it takes to navigate to all these websites to pre-order figures. I don't know which sites take out money when. I just got back from. I'll get the ones I want later, because it's a lot. So here we go. Let's see here. We're gonna share the screen here, and we're gonna go first up. Disney, Shop Disney exclusive. First in a new series they're calling the Concept series, the Concept Art Collection. So based on Ralph McQuarrie's sketches,
Right.
Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. I understand how this is not for everybody, but this is something I actually really like a lot.
I love it too. They did this back for the legacy scale of 3.75.
Yeah.
Back in about 2006.
Okay.
It's been a long time that they did this. And they did a whole series where it was like the Macquarie Boba Fett,
Yeah.
Star Killer, the droids, Obi-Wan, Vader. They did all of them. And
Sure.
yeah, they were awesome. And I'm glad that they're doing this for those like 6-inch collectors, like all 6 of them. That's nice.
I think it's very cool. I will be picking this up. I really like the design on it. We've got a Gaming Greats vintage collection here. Oh, is that Gaming Greats, Ryan? I think it is.
You know what? Yeah, I think it's good. You know what though? I think those are still pretty cool though, because it's like those are the guys that hang out with Grievous, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? Call it Gaming Greats or whatever you want to call it.
Call it whatever you want.
The fan favorite, the one everybody loves, the line that people can't get enough of.
Right.
Gaming Greats, if you want, but that's a cool figure.
I'm just kind of going in order of these images, so it might jump around a little bit, but this is a close-up shot of the helmet design and of the Ralph McQuarrie Darth Vader, and the lightsaber is pretty cool looking too, I gotta say.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone buy one.
So this vintage collection, biker scout, electroshock trooper. The guy next to Jake and myself at the panel started laughing and goes, "How many times are you going to release this figure?" It was very funny. He was just kind of grumbling to himself. So shout out to that guy. It was pretty funny. I've always liked the biker scout design, but it's just, this is not necessarily getting me too excited, but very cool.
Right.
Yep. All right, moving along here. Here's the in-package shot of the Concept Series figures we just saw. We'll move right along. Another shot of that guy. Oh my God. Is this all we have? Here we go. This one on pre-order today. The I think it's the Snowspeeder. It's either Snowspeeder, X-Wing pilot, Luke Skywalker, retro prototype figure. Ryan, have you been buying these prototype figures?
Only for Jake Stevens.
Okay, because he collects them.
Yeah, and he tries to get every version, every variant.
All the color schemes.
Yeah, Jake Stevens is like insane. He's like next level. He's next level. He's a great guy. And I'm
so good to meet him in person.
Yeah. What's that?
It was so great to meet him in person.
Oh, I was like, I didn't meet him in person. Like, yeah, you did.
I didn't meet him. I didn't meet him. We ate dinner together, but I didn't meet him.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's great. So, but yeah, if I see these, I will be buying these for Jake Stevens.
Cool. I love the packaging. It's got that foil, like retro comic style. Very cool, unique. Again, not for everybody, but I definitely like these. And these I checked a couple hours after they went on sale. They were still available. So,
hey, I want to point out in the chat there, Jeff Morris.
Okay, let's go to the chat.
In-person sad comments.
Yeah,
we saw a lot of that during the week.
Sure, we did.
Sometimes it was at Disneyland. Jake caught Mr. Jacob Walsh from our.
Oh yeah,
he caught some
we walked past a group of guys who was complaining about the Pulse exclusive Jon Favreau. It was very funny. Wanted to record him. It's awesome. Nothing better than a live sad comment. Okay, man, they're just really pushing this.
Really love these.
Oh my God, let me navigate away from some of this shit. Jesus Christ. I guess we should talk about the electronic Lola.
Yes.
They had this on display. Spoilers if you've not seen, at least the first episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm assuming everybody here has. I will give right. I will give Lucasfilm and Disney credit. They're like, once they hit on Baby Yoda, once they got Grogu, they're like rolling the dice. Come on, Dio. Come on, Lola. And be the future.
Actually, if you take a look at it, it looks like a Mickey Mouse hat.
Mickey ears. I love it.
Right?
I love it.
It does have that kind of, it's like a Mickey ears, Baby R2. unit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very
It is
cool.
pretty cool. Did you see it? Did you go to the Hasbro booth and watch the whole
demo?
demonstration?
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it's awesome. I think there's
It
two
is
different
awesome.
scales of it too.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm buying 8 of them.
Dude,
I'm gonna
you
army
need
build
to army build Lolas. Lola. Okay.
Yeah, I love
This one
Lola.
got a big reaction. The Ayla Sakura Black Series.
Because, dude, we love Twi'leks.
We do, and for some reason I thought she was on the list of you can't make these or so. She seems like she would be, but nothing wrong with Ayla Sakura, I guess.
Just because of those rubber reins on her head, right?
Well, she's got the midriff. She's got the I don't know. It feels like Disney would be like, let's not do it. But yeah, that got a big reaction. We saw this figure in person in the display case. It's awesome. It's a really good looking figure. We should have an in package shot here as well. I'm gonna kind of keep scrolling. So these are not gonna
I had to Google it. I was like, maybe it's because of those Twi'lek healing baths.
yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
Mando.
Yeah, no Madame no Madame Garza figure, unfortunately. A damn travesty.
Or Pelimoto. I was so heartbroken he wasn't in the pipeline. Lord knows Pelly's in my pipeline at all times.
Nice. You love her. You really do.
Love her.
So we had that. This is really exciting. Clone Wars Season 7, Darth Maul.
And you need that.
I need that. I really do. I think this is one people have been waiting for. I think even the vintage collection collectors might be excited about this. I could be wrong, but
well, let's put it this way: like we, by we, I mean
we
scale collectors. That's Black Series Junior buyers. We were able to get Ahsoka and Darth Maul from Season 7 in the same wave.
While back, yeah,
and
last
then,
year,
yeah, and it seems like Black Series collectors have been like waiting,
sure,
500 years just so they can complete that duo, right? So
that's a cool pose. That's really cool. It's cool. So that's going to be coming, and then they started revealing their Inquisitors. We have our fifth brother. We saw all these figures live. I think these are going to be popular. People love their villains, and these figures all look really great. I'm excited about these.
You have the Inquisitor from your favorite game, Fallen Order, right?
Yeah, that's the Seven Sister?
Yeah.
Dude, I even have the Carbonite collection version of that figure.
Because, dude, that's like that game that's how we identify you. Like, as your friends, as viewers of and listeners of YHS, you are the human embodiment of Jedi Fallen Order.
It's the Cal Kestivus for the rest of us.
That's right.
Cal Kestivus.
I wasn't he there. Gosh,
Jason,
if he was there, I would have bought you a photo op in like 2 seconds. Cal Kestis.
Oh, I thought you meant George Costanza. I was like, I don't think he'll be there.
No.
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is. Okay. So scooting right along. We already looked at this trooper, I think. So
this trooper like 1,000 times.
We got the Grand Inquisitor figure here.
He's great too. Look at that.
It's a great looking figure. It's awesome. Love the armor. It looks great.
Is that a soft goods cape? I can't remember.
It looks like a soft good. It definitely is. Look at the
the
fold. Look at his folds. These are all up, I believe, for pre-order, and definitely going to get our hands on all these, or I am at least. I don't want to talk for the group. Then we've got our other. Which sister is she?
I don't know yet.
Is she the sister? Is she Tia and Tamara? What is she?
Nice. Good reference,
Sick reference. I'm glad that they, you know what? Unlike the Bad Batch, especially for vintage collection, I'm glad they made all these Inquisitors right off the bat.
Hey, dude, can we get a shirt that says sister, and it's her and Reva?
Oh, that would be cool. That would be awesome. We should do that with like the original. Somebody make that. We'll release it.
Tony Taylor, make the toy.
And we also need a Toy Anxiety See You Next Tuesday shirt.
Correct.
We need a shirt guy. We
need a shirt contest.
Okay, moving on here. We've got our season 2 peg warmer, Grief Karga. Doesn't matter. I love Carl Weathers. Got a photo op with him. I love the season 2 outfit, the garb, and I will be buying
Gray
this.
beard, the salt and pepper.
It's badass. It's great.
Yeah, no.
No season 2 Cara Dune.
He's back warming all the time, to be honest.
No Cara Dune in the pipeline. So
no, but no Carson Diva either. We need him.
We do. We need a Carson Diva. We've got an artillery stormtrooper Black Series helmet repaint. Not for me, but very cool.
You love role play, so you're getting it.
Oh, dude, this will go great with my new HasLab. And what else here? More Lolas. Okay, this is very cool. Vintage collection, Dark Trooper Deluxe figures. They come with their docking bays, and you can buy multiples and connect them together. This is the world building, I think. Like, people had a very like vocal reaction when this was announced. Dubstep.
Yeah.
I think these are really badass. I like these.
Dude, I'm gonna buy 3 of them.
Dude, you need 10 of these.
Dude, let's not get crazy.
At $40 a pop. Just do it.
I am kind of bummed out that none of them come with a screaming Grogu. Like in that terrifying artwork at the end.
Sure. These are great. I think they released a pack. Oh yeah. So they come in the new deluxe packaging. I think that's a big win. I think that's great for vintage collection. I'm into that for sure.
Yeah, I still haven't been able to find the other deluxe figures at all.
I haven't seen them either. I want the Ahsoka.
I want
the real Ahsoka.
I want the and I want the other 2 troopers as well. I just want and the Fett. I want all of them, man. I want everything.
Oh man. Okay. So let's see here.
Star Wars.
This is what it looks like when you connect everything together. How awesome is that?
Shove them all in their locker and walk away.
Bully them a little bit.
Yeah.
Get in your locker, nerd.
It's kind of too bad they didn't have interchangeable parts.
Right.
When Luke comes walking through, and you can have one that's like, well, they'll do a damaged one eventually. That has repaint, revalue all over it.
They're gonna put out Christmas Dark Troopers and Hanukkah Dark Troopers and Halloween.
Oh gosh, what? Dude, they should do Hanukkah Troopers where they release.
Yeah, you get 8 of them.
Yeah, 8 of them on different days.
Ryan, I know you're excited about this. Walk me through your thoughts on this first Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi. Comes with 2 versions of Lola, 2 versions of the lightsaber, a blaster. How are you feeling about it? Is this like a major, like a day one pre-order for you?
Yeah, I already pre-ordered it off of Big Bad. I'll just continue. Craig will return. I do love this outfit. I am also hoping they do make the outfit we first see him in the blue, where he has to deal with that scalper of a Jawa who's trying to rip him off. After buying like a secondhand toy.
The toy scalper, the X or the whatever it is, the Y-wing scalper, whatever that ship is.
You know what? Screw the bots, man. I'm more Jawas are the ones that are like taking all the toys and reselling them.
If you're going to steal my pots and sell them back to me, at least clean them first. Yeah. So awesome. I love it.
Good. Love it. So good.
And by the way, we're not going to get into any episode 3 Obi-Wan spoilers, so you're safe tonight. Yeah, we'll be doing a full recap. Yeah, this is cool. This is a must-have. I'm gonna be any of the Obi-Wan stuff. I'm all in on, and we could take a look at some product shots there.
Yeah, the Black Series figures of these 2 are great.
Yeah, for sure. Got a couple with his cloak. Soft good. Oh, soft goods. Look at that.
Maybe
playing with Lola. Ryan, you okay over there? I know this is the kind of thing that gets you excited.
It is, and I love it. I actually love that he comes with like 2 versions of Lola, and I'm sure, as we all know, who else is in there and who that droid belongs to. I'm sure we're gonna get her eventually as well. So maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We shall see. Okay, we've got the R2 SHW. Is that what it is? Whatever the Anton Merrick Astro. Fuck it, I can't talk.
Astromech droid.
I almost said Astrotech Moid. Blah, 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 blah. The droid
Astro
from
Jake Lloyd. This is our Astro Jake Lloyd.
it's the first ever Astro Jake Lloyd. He's now a droid. Oh, that's fucking awesome. So no, this is for the Anton Merrick Rogue One X-Wing that came out a couple years back, and there was no released droid for that. So they're finally getting around to that. And Jake saw the Anton Merrick X-Wing in the Hasbro booth and was very impressed with it. So maybe that's something.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, it does look really great. If you have room
I know I'm buddies with Paul and all of that, but I really do hope they give Paul that same treatment for Carson
dude,
Teva.
if I could buy a vintage collection Carson Teva X-Wing with exclusive Carson Teva figure, get about 10 of those signed, we do some giveaways, it'll be perfect.
Show up at his place,
show up at his house. Hey, Paul, great to meet you. Listen, I have a Sharpie. It's got 10 of these bad boys.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all the time in the world, and
you're not busy.
You have some spare clout to give us, so just
we got All Good says hot Cheetos flavored R2.
now you're speaking.
Cody Taylor says we have bots. Star Wars has Jawas. Yeah, we should make a Jawa bot shirt. I like that.
Yeah.
So very cool here. Let's see here. What else do we got? Lots of, like we said,
Star Wars sad comments where it's Obi-Wan talking about buying a T-16
by Jawas. I love that. Well, I went to the trading post to buy another X-Wing toy for young Luke, and they were sold out as usual. Saw one Jawa walking out with 5 of them.
Why aren't there a sales cap on these X-Wing Starfighter?
If the street date says June 7th, then the street date should be June 7th. Okay. So Jason Smith says Carson Teva is the hero we need. We agree. We'll have Paul back on soon. Okay. We have the Hoth Trooper builder pack. 4 different troopers, 4 different faces. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. If you're trying to troop build and trying to get a nice Hoth set up, get an AT-AT and an ATST and a couple speeders out there, hell, we'll have a party.
I have a question about these.
Go for it.
Just about the trooper building in general. Are they constantly replenishing them? So, like, can we always get the stormtroopers? Can we always get the rebels and all this kind of stuff?
I don't know. We'll have to look at the Hasbro Pulse website and see what's available.
Yeah.
All right, moving on here. These are cool. Oh, we already looked at the Luke. And I think that kind of rounds out some of the reveals, but there was a couple reveals today that we definitely need to get to. But before we do that, let's get to the archive collection. Now, these are going to be hitting soon. I think these were actually announced a while back, but they revealed the sculpts. We've got Chewie, Force Awakens Han Solo, Return of the Jedi Land, her Bausch disguise, and Tarkin. And I gotta say, these look great. I was really, sometimes the repaints on the older figures are not good. The episode 3 Obi-Wan is not good. But this Ryan, I think this Leia looks pretty good.
Leia looks great. Leia looks fantastic. So does Han Solo.
That's a new face. That has to be a new sculpt on Han. Like that is
the Screaming Chewie is good too. I love that. I
heard they updated Tarkin too.
When we were going by the booth, my buddy Steve, who joined us on Book of Fett.
Yeah.
I had to try to steer him away from these archive reveals at the booth.
Okay.
About 3 weeks before Celebration, we were at one of the toy shows here in Vancouver. And he was like, I need a Tarkin. And I think he spent almost double on a Tarkin.
We talking about a $50 Tarkin?
Yep, he found one. And and then here it was getting a re-release.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I read? They put new legs on Leia to make her a little shorter. I think the original figure was too tall. So I love that kind of stuff. I love it's not just a straight repack or re-release. It's a whole new thing. I love that.
Yeah.
So we can kind of talk about today's reveals. I'm gonna say spoiler warning for whatever the fuck is Obi-Wan, but not really, but possibly. So you've been warned. But these were Obi-Wan Wednesday was today. We've got 2 brand new Black Series figures revealed. I love this. I absolutely love this alternate Obi-Wan.
I love the outfit. I hope it's like Stinkor. I hope he stinks.
It's a scratch and sniff stinky Obi-Wan. Oh, that would be so awesome. I love that.
That would be great. No, he's great. I don't even know what else to say about it other than that's a great figure. I hope he comes with a piece of sashimi.
Right. Oh yeah, I love that. He's just working on the old factory line, cutting meat. Look at this he smells himself in this picture. He's covering his face. He's like, oh, I really do stink. Jawa was right. Anakin, you were like my brother. Do you have any soap?
Very good, my young Padawan.
So this is up for pre-order today. That's going to be our second Obi-Wan Black Series figure for this wave. We'll get it sometime next year. And they also revealed the Darth Vader figure. Now, there's been several Black Series Darth Vader figures in the past. I am not a Darth Vader aficionado by any means, so I would not be able to tell you what's different about the original ones as far as the costume and stuff goes, but I'm sure there are slight variations depending on. I know that the Empire Darth Vader is a little bit different than the New Hope Darth Vader, and so on and so on. Ryan, I don't know if you can comment on that at all, but
I actually don't know which. I know that it had like the red lenses, so we are going with more A New Hope,
right? Sure.
Style, so yeah. So it's going to be closer to A New Hope, closer to Rogue One.
Love it though. Love the soft goods cape. I mean, if you can go to the store and pick up Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, you're having a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Darth Vader's like my favorite character in all of Star Wars. So
he's amazing. He's absolutely incredible. Super excited that Hayden's back, and we'll not say anything else. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I do want to talk about one thing before we move along. Ryan, do you have anything on your mind? Anything going in the chat before we keep going here?
No, I think we can keep going.
Okay. There we go. The third sister, Reva. These kind of were revealed in and around Star Wars Celebration, but I wanted to make sure to touch on them here. So coming out hot and heavy, we've got a retro style figure, a Black Series figure, and a vintage collection figure. So Reva being one of the primary antagonists in Obi-Wan is getting the full action figure treatment, and plus the HasLab, which we're going to be talking about here in a few. I will be buying the retro, I will be buying the Black Series, and I will be buying the vintage collection. Ryan, does this vintage collection Reva excite you?
The retro?
Well, the vintage, the legacy line, the thing that really gets the collectors going.
Yes, the one that makes everybody, like, it's the toys that keep this franchise alive.
Name of the new show.
I'm getting yes, she's great. So I'm absolutely getting this figure.
Yeah, awesome. And we obviously, to address the fucked up elephant in the room, we all know what's going on in the toxic corners of the internet as far as Reva goes, but we will not be saying anything other than we think she's great, we think the figures are great, and we're going to rip apart the HasLab.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with her or her performance.
Absolutely.
So okay, so before we get to HasLab talk, because I think that's got I think that's something that people are going to be interested in hearing. I did want to let everybody know we will have a bonus episode of Toy Anxiety later this week on Patreon. All of the Patreon content you've come to love and enjoy is available at patreon.com/yeshavesome. We still owe phone calls for the Patreon signups, but that stipulation is still intact. So if you sign up for a minimum, the $5 tier on Patreon tonight or this week, you will DM us your phone number and you will get a personal phone call from somebody on the YHS crew, which is really cool. We love connecting with you guys. Ryan, it was awesome this week at Celebration meeting listeners. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, got to meet a couple. You met a bunch, but I had a mask on, so I wasn't as easy to point out.
I had a mask on. It's not as much. Listen,
you?
I got listen.
Did you bring a
listen.
mask? Listen.
Oh, I brought a mask. I stole one of yours actually. It was totally one of my dad's moves. Took your mask. We ran into a lot of listeners. There was a funny moment. Jake and I, at the end of the day Sunday, were walking through the official Star Wars merch store. We finally got in there, and some guy walks up and goes, "I don't see any hot bread in here," and he just walked by. So it was like, "Hello." So yeah, it was fun. But we love meeting you guys and chatting with you guys, and yeah, we have phone calls coming, so stay tuned. We're trying. We'll have a little bit of downtime after EctoFest. So anyways,
there'll be exclusive content on the Patreon from EctoFest as well, so be sure to
absolutely
check that out. I know.
Yeah, we do want you guys to hit the like button here. Get this. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. You had a little delay. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying. I know I just made that up and that wasn't planned, but
no, we're gonna have plenty of content, plenty of extra content coming your guys' way. We do have an exclusive Instagram and Discord channel for our YHS Patreon, and we do the bonus episode of Toy Anxiety every week. It's just gonna happen. It's usually after Extreme Toy Anxiety is usually after this, but we're gonna push it back to later in the week so we can all get some R&R. Okay, let's hit the like button on this video. Let's get over 100 likes tonight. We do not have a giveaway for this evening, but we will have some awesome giveaways coming up soon. I
have an extra Andor poster, I think. Or an extra
we might have an extra Bad Batch poster from Celebration. Somebody asked, after going to this year's Celebration, would you go again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. It was awesome. I don't know if I'm going to go to London, but whenever it's back here in a place that I can reach without taking out a loan, we'll be there.
Right.
All right, cool. Let's oh, Geek Dad Life's here. Geek Dad Life in the chat this evening. Make sure you go to his channel and subscribe. I know that they did an Obi-Wan breakdown earlier. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm going to take a hot shower, throw on some YouTube, and watch some Geek Dad Live. Judge me or don't, but it's happening. Okay. Let's talk about this. Okay, this kind of leaked, but the official announcement happened at Celebration. The new HasLab is something that I would have not predicted if I had 50 guesses. It would have never crossed my mind that this is what they would be doing for a crowdfunding project. I have a lot of thoughts on it, but I'm not going to hog all the airtime this very second. I'm going to go to Ryan. Ryan, Reva lightsaber from Obi-Wan Kenobi, price tag $500, needs 5,000 backers in 40 days, has 877 backers at this point. Break this down for me. How are we feeling?
Okay, so
do you think we're going to be having another countdown in July?
Well, yes, we're definitely having another countdown, so I'm looking forward to that. Dude, I don't know. It's just like I have a feeling like Disney parks are going to release one of these, as
tomorrow?
Well. And I haven't watched the video on it. Like, does it spin? Does it like?
Does not spin. It lights up. It's got different modes. God, I wonder if we can watch the video here. Is there a video on here? Let's see.
One man, a dream.
Did you see the video of Tamara Morrison singing to the whole crowd the other day?
Yeah, he's a gem.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your Boba Fett. Yeah. Anyways,
cold. That's what it's supposed to be.
Well, let's start here. Ryan, are you buying this?
No.
Okay.
First off, not a big saber collector, so
Right.
there's not really a big point of that. I actually wouldn't mind getting the Book of Obi-Wan saber, just because I'm an Obi-Wan fan.
Right.
But I mean, it's cool, but it's not for me. Like,
If you show,
yeah,
if you showed me this, I saw the display. I saw it in person.
yeah, me too.
It's plastic. It's 6 feet long with both sabers extended. If you said, okay, you are somebody who has a toy channel on YouTube, you keep up with the industry, you know how HasLabs work. You are a Black Series collector. You have backed I backed the Rancor. I backed the Razor Crest. I backed the Galactus. I backed the Barge. I backed the Proton Pack. I am the target audience for this product.
Dude, you are like the Lord of HasLabs.
I am. I'm Lord of the HasLabs. I'm in the Shire trying to convince a group of my friends to split this thing with me. I don't think there's that much crossover between these Force Effects lightsaber collectors and action figure collectors. I just don't. You cannot compare it to the Proton Pack. And I know Jake Stevens asked about, was the Proton Pack an inspiration for this to the Hasbro team. I think they kind of danced around the answer, but here's what I'm getting at.
I want to give Ghostbusters the pleasure of influencing Star Wars.
I would guess $250 tops. That's what I thought this would cost. And
so half.
And I'm somebody, I've bought 3 or 4 legacy lightsabers with from the from Galaxy's Edge. I've spent $150 to $200 on very high quality replica lightsabers. I love crowdfunded projects. I think they're really cool and fun. I really believe I am a target audience for this, and this isn't even like the Craig, like he says he's not going to get it, but he gets 3. There is no way on this planet Earth that I would buy this. There's just no way. Maybe at $150, but it just doesn't do anything for me.
How much are sabers to begin with? Aren't they like 170?
I think like the Force Effects ones are like 170, 180, something like that.
Right. So if this was 300, that would make more sense to me.
Maybe, but it's just plastic. It's not even that impressive up close. It's really not. Even if this was a Darth Maul lightsaber, I wouldn't be impressed. Geeked Out Life says the fact that it doesn't spin is a no-go. How do you charge the same as the Proton Pack and not have it spin? It's more than the Proton Pack. I think the Proton Pack was $450, and it's a whole ass Proton Pack. By the way, you don't get the Neutrino one, which I still think is one of the funniest badass things ever. There's gonna be so many people who
you had to unlock the tube, the connection tube.
yeah. It's like if they sold a Black Series Obi-Wan figure, you pay $100 for his robe, you hit 5,000 backers, you get his torso. It's a build of Obi-Wan.
That's what build figures pretty much are.
Let's talk about the fact that there's no tiers on this. Ryan, how does that make you feel?
Well, I'm torn with this. I am a very firm believer that people should want to back a HasLab based on the toy they are presenting alone.
Okay.
I'm a very firm, like with the Rancor should have been enough. But because Marvel has set the standard of, you get this really cool figure, but wait, there's more, and it's also equally cool and exclusive, right? Like, it's now set the standard of expectations.
Right.
So now that you do this, you're doing another role play item. This isn't like Ghostbusters. This doesn't need a Egon's journal. You're not going to get the journal of
you don't get Reva's journal on this. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a bunch of other like neat little things. Like, even if you take a look at the Proton Pack tiers, nothing of them screamed necessity or, oh wow, I need that. Does that make sense? Like, you need, to me, the tube, but I mean, there's a lot of like, here, you can put some slime on this.
Right. I agree with a lot of that, but my counterpoint is that the tiers, I think, part of what makes a crowdfunding project fun is the interactivity, right? Oh, I
Right.
backed this project. They're trying to hit these goals. I'm part of that. We're all doing this together. It's like a community building thing. By not offering that, you're stripping away a key component in what makes a crowd. This is not a HasLab at this point. This is a $500 pre-order. That's all this is.
Yes.
And if they don't hit it, then like there's no like, oh, you get to unlock an exclusive Obi-Wan Black Series figure or vintage well, whatever. Like they did with the Proton Pack. They had figures with it. And I think the problem here for me is like, if you want to have a successful crowdfunding campaign, do a Boba Fett jetpack. I think you fund it in 2 days, $500, 100%, because most people can't get that.
Right, and you could do all the electronics and
lifelong toy collector. Real talk. I backed Cookie Monster. Hey, I liked Cookie Monster. I wanted that to succeed. It just I think was maybe the wrong time.
Japanese one coming out.
Yeah, it's back. I think the tiers are a core component that makes the crowdfunding experience fun. Yeah. My question for the chat, my question for you, my friend Ryan Dole, Ryan effing Dole, is I just noticed you changed your screen there. If this fails, that's 2 Black Series HasLabs not going into production in a row.
Right.
What does that mean for the future of Star Wars HasLab products?
It's not so much HasLab. I think Black Series just needs to go. Get rid of it. Clearly doesn't sell. Nobody cares. So get rid of it.
I mean, listen. Keep going.
No, I think the ships are a big thing. I honestly, to me, for some reason, I know all the past like HasLabs. It's always been like, are they going to do the Death Star? And we're always like, fuck the Death Star. But this time I actually thought we were going to get the Death Star.
Yeah.
Because I mean, go with what works, I guess. And I think I think the Death Star would have been more fun. And with the Death Star, you can do a lot of tiers that make things fun.
Bonus figures.
Bonus rooms.
I wonder if it is just Lucasfilm saying we want this to be the thing. Like, here's the thing. Obi-Wan, biggest debut.
Like me defending Patrick.
What?
You sound like me defending Patrick.
I'm sure that there's members of the Hasbro Star Wars team going, is this the best idea? Like they said, hey, we learned a lot of lessons from the Rancor. What? No, I don't see any. They didn't say what those lessons were, but they're not on display here. We can safely assume this has been in production for a long time, or the idea has been out there for 6 months to a year, maybe even longer, because it's not in production yet. My whole thing is like, I'm a collector. I'm buying a lot of toys. I'm pre-ordering a lot of toys. I'm spending a lot of money. If you want me to drop $500, you got to get me excited. You just get me excited. Get me to the point where I feel like if I don't get this, I'm missing out on something. That is the key core component.
If my life is not complete without this. Prove it to me.
Yeah. So yes, Raging Dino. Ryan is a Black Series hater.
Absolutely. 100% a hater of the Black Series.
Yeah. I do wonder though, they come out and say Obi-Wan is the highest rated, biggest debut ever on Disney Plus.
So give us the toys to back that up with. I can already think of figures I want just from this latest episode alone.
People are watching it. People are loving it. Like Legacy Obi-Wan lightsaber set went on sale yesterday at Galaxy's Edge, sold out immediately. It's going for $700-800. This is not a character issue. This has nothing to do with Reva and whether or not you think she's a great antagonist or a great character or even a great actress or anything like that. This, which I happen to think she is a great character, and I think her journey is super interesting. This doesn't excite me. This looks like a cheap Star Trek toy that you like. It just doesn't look great. What else can I say? You're telling me what I'm looking at right now is worth $500? It's not a proton pack. Proton pack, somebody walks in and goes, "Whoa, you have a proton pack." Somebody comes in, walks in and goes, "Oh, you bought a Stargate playset? What is that?" Like,
Could be Stargate. Good call.
it could be Stargate. And another thing is, the Sideshow booth was not very far from the Hasbro booth, and
Right.
I don't care if you're a Black Series or a Hot Toys collector or not. There we go. Their booth was insane. It was like you're drooling looking at this stuff. You're figuring out how you can shell out $900 for that 1/4 scale Grievous. Like,
yeah, dude, that thing's gorgeous.
It's awesome. It's so awesome. Mitchell has a comment. Unless you saw the prototype at Celebration, you're paying $500 based on CGI renderings of what they think it should look like. That's another thing. Like,
yep.
Yeah, that's a good call out. If anybody has more commentary, we'll keep going a little bit longer here. Ryan, did you feel like the Hasbro team was excited about this?
I haven't watched anything about it, and to be honest, the Hasbro team on the floor on Saturday, were more hyped about Lola,
right?
All of them, because they have the one that's like 2 scale but does less, one that's slightly bigger that's totally interactive,
right?
And they had those ones that were like, those like cute little Grogu figures.
Oh, the micro collection. I can't think of what those are called, but those are very cute. Yeah.
Regardless, they made ones of Lola as well, and they seem to be super psyched on Lola. And nobody came in like, I looked at there was always someone there. There was a woman there at the Lolas who was just like, oh my God. And she was so excited and so thrilled. Like, I remember just being like, I'm going to army build Lolas. That's just how life is. Can't fix it. But when I went to go look at the HasLab, nobody was there.
Yep. Right? I wonder if they're kind of quietly protesting it. Wonder if they're like, hey, you're making us, hey, listen, I work for a corporation. I know how it is sometimes. No, not sometimes. Most times, no, hold on. All times, decisions are out of your hand. You're told what to do. I have never had influence over any decision that's ever happened at work. I just have to do, even if I go, I don't know if that makes sense. It would be easier to do it this way. Like, you're dealing with Lucasfilm, which is a subsidiary. How do you say that word? Doesn't matter. It's part of Disney. These are the biggest corporations in the world. So, it is what it is. Ryan, you work for the man.
Oh, I do work for the man. Sierra Kilo Bravo in the chat there.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I'm surprised they didn't do a HasLab Grogu.
I think the problem. Yeah, I think the problem with that is, well, Sideshow and Hot Toys both have life-size Grogus. There's multiple electronic Grogus out there. I don't know, but I just going back to just we need those Jake Stevens stats is what we need, because Jake Stevens from forlomdazuckus.com is the website that he runs.
He keeps track of everything.
And he has a breakdown of every HasLab and what their targets were and when they hit everything. I think we all know the first 48, 72 hours are the most important. This is not even 1/5 of the way there.
We're almost a weekend.
So it's coming up on a week. With the Rancor was doing a lot better than this at this point, and that was struggling the whole time. And they never
thought they were going to be getting Ula.
They never promoted it. They never said, hey, join the Star Wars. How easy would this be? Hey, Star Wars fans and Hasbro Star Wars collectors, join the Hasbro Star Wars team today on Instagram Live for an exclusive look at the Rancor. 42 points of articulation, 22 paint applications. We are getting in deep and dirty. You are going to lose your mind when you see this Rancor. Join us today. It takes no effort to market the products, but they just never did it. And I don't know why. There's got to be answers, right?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Other than none of them can really, we talk about the team. They're not public speakers. Patrick is, but the rest of them are like, they're designers. Let them design, let them innovate. Don't put them on a stage to hype the product. That's why the WWE gets professional wrestlers to do the Mattel panel at Comic-Con.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Get the people that are their entire job is to get people pumped up or mad or excited or happy.
Yeah. No,
No.
dude, I'm totally with you on this.
So there. Comics 1017. Now I really want a Rancor after that commercial. See, there you go.
That's all it took.
Yeah, I don't know. Inject some life into the brand with some
Like I said,
excitement and personality.
Designers and stuff were on the floor. The only person that came to talk to me was Patrick.
He ran away from me a couple times. He did. He was busy. They're busy. He's the brand manager at the. We don't need to keep going.
Well,
it is what it is.
Me, and I warned you anyway, so it was kind of like, don't talk to Craig.
Don't talk to me.
You know what, Craig?
What am I gonna ask? Like, what am I gonna like? Because they don't answer anything. So when they were on the stair, they did the archive reveals on the Star Wars stage, and the host.
Right.
And by the way, the Star Wars stage hosts, incredible. They're awesome. They're energetic. Andy and that entire group, the entire production is unbelievably professional and fun. And they got Abby jumping up and down trying to catch a stress ball because you just want it because it's a free thing being thrown from a stage. You're like, I need it.
When we were at the Obi-Wan premiere, they were giving out the Pringles and the cereal.
Oh, I love that.
Right? And I'm watching like all these old men dance their heart out. Like, you ever want to see Jake Stevens get up and dance and be freaking out?
Dude,
Pringles.
They should put you and Jake Stevens. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, it's fun. You want to have fun. So, anyways, they get out there and they do the Hasbro stream or the Hasbro reveals, and the host was like, "Hasbro, we gotta ask you, when what did they ask? They asked about a certain. They said, when are we getting the Kitster figure? And they were like, huh? Kitster. And the whole crowd's like, Kitster. And they're, oh yeah, that's we're gonna put that on our list. And it's just like, oh, you don't know how this works. There is not gonna
I
be
want
a
to
Kitster
see
figure.
this list. I want to see this list.
Show us the list.
Give me a wave of Madame Garza, Kitster,
Max Rebo,
Frog Lady,
yeah.
And just 5 different Bill Burrs. Ones that don't even do with Star Wars, just like one on his tour.
Right, on tour, Bill Burr. Can you believe that $25 for a fucking piece of plastic? So
you don't even get it until 2026.
Yeah, the fucking toy company that makes plastic things is banning plastic. What the hell? I've got a couple things to show up. These are not celebration pickups. These were things that were here when I got home. I figured I should just show them off. Some are Star Wars related, some are not. I finally got my Droids R2. Which
Jacob Walsh get one?
He got his was there as well. I think maybe some packaging issues, but whatever. It happens.
Otherwise,
all the time.
Give that to Jake. He's
I also got the Droids Boba Fett, which I saw at a lot of booths this weekend, but I knew mine was coming. So
yeah,
very cool. And then I got a couple X-Men figures here. I got the Jubilee VHS 90s X-Men.
Yep.
And I got the Wolverine. Too. I love these. These are great. I can't wait to put them in a corner and probably never touch them. And I will say this.
They showed up. I was like, I just bought fucking cardboard.
Cody Arnold, Hasbro Bo-Katan helmets everywhere at Celebration. Pre-orders have not shipped yet. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, you know what? That's a good looking helmet. I like that. Yeah, Mitchell Brinkley. If you have a figure you want, tell us about it. We'll get into our pipeline that already has 2 years of figures worth of toys coming down the line. Yep.
They did admit to being bottlenecked.
Oh, they're bottlenecked, all right. I don't have the figures with me because they're my package that I shipped to myself. So they'll be here eventually later next week or whatever. But thank you so much to Paul Sung-Young Lee, who gave me from the graciousness of his heart his Ming-Na Wen Fennec Shan Black Series figure and the Mayfeld Black Series figure. That was super awesome. That was a really nice treat, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much. and a signed card as well. So I will have all that to show off next week or so. Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. Ryan, how are you feeling?
I want to go to bed.
Just go to sleep, man. Just close those eyes.
Go to sleep.
I'm exhausted.
Yep.
My exhaustion is setting in hard. I'm gonna like pump my body full of like, I don't know, just random loose pills that I find on the ground. Hopefully they do things to give you
Pump
more
that
energy.
body.
Gotta pump that body. And yeah, it was a fun week. We have not even begun to scratch the surface on the experience of Star Wars Celebration. We're gonna get there at some point soon.
It's easily one of my favorite conventions. It might even, I think it might be my second favorite convention after Emerald City Comic Con.
Geek Dad's asking if he needs to get tagged in. We're fading fast here. Geek Dad, you can join us if you want. You know the drill. No, we're going to bed. Ryan said, "Fuck that, fuck that."
But if he ever wants to join us for Camp Kenobi, is that what we're still calling it?
Yeah, we're gonna because of the schedule, because of Star Wars Celebration and Ghostbusters stuff next week, we are kind of having to change our plans for the Obi-Wan review shows. So as of right now, the plan is to recap the first 3 episodes tomorrow night. We'll let everybody know in the Discord and Facebook and everywhere else if there's a schedule change on that. I'm really enjoying it. I feel so lucky to have cool Star Wars to watch. It's awesome.
Dude,
and yeah,
in a very golden time of Star Wars media.
We are, and the collecting's catching up. I was happy with a lot of the reveals. It's just, it is what it is. We're here to give our thoughts and feelings. Oh, the heckling. I might have a bone to pick with Geek Dad Life soon, but we'll see. No, I think that it was a great weekend. Cool photo ops, cool autographs, great interactions, friends, good energy. I'll tell you my parting word is you would not know that there's toxic aspects of the Star Wars community being at Celebration. It's a very positive place full of love for everybody, love for the prequels, the sequels, love for Finn and Rose and Anakin Skywalker and Jake Lloyd and Carrie Fisher and everybody. It's just fucking awesome.
Everybody
just
are there to love Star Wars and embrace it. And I think that's what makes that con so special. It's because everyone's just excited and happy to be there and share their love for a franchise.
100%. That's what it's all about.
It's a great feeling.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it now. More content next week. Jacob and Abigail and myself will be back out on the Sony lot for Ghostbusters Ectofest. We kind of really don't know what it is, but it's Ghostbusters Day. The original plan was to have a live stream that night. That's not going to happen, but we will be covering the event and doing podcasts. And stay tuned to our social media at YHS Podcast on
Are you able to get into any special interviews again, Mr. Media?
What, Mr. Media? I don't have it. We'll see. I don't know who's going to be there. I'll shove a microphone in somebody's face.
Lucas? You get to interview George Lucas?
Right, George Lucas. What, George, why are you here? Well, I'm actually taking over the Ghostbusters franchise. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a sequel series where Egon becomes midichlorians. It's gonna be great. Yeah,
well, the midichlorian count in Phoebe was off the charts. So yeah, to all the people that we saw, thank you for coming up and saying hi.
Yes.
Plenty of content coming your way. Ryan, safe travels up there in the farmlands of wherever you are.
Of Saskatchewan.
And
yes, sir.
Jake and Abby will be back for the next round, and we'll all live happily ever after and not buy the new HasLab.
Yeah, I just want to throw also a big thank you to like Jake Stevens and Kat Hansen and Steve and everyone else who was there hanging with us.
And Troy Benjamin.
Troy made time for us.
It's unbelievable. Troy's the best. Love Troy. He's such a sweet. You can't get Troy to say a bad thing about anything.
No, but do you know what was great? And for those of you who we'll talk about this a little more when we do a full-on recap. Yeah. Just a little teaser. Jacob Walsh and I are incredible pilots.
You're incredible pilots and incredible swimmers and podcasters. I love it. I absolutely love it.
We stretch across those boards.
Listen, Chewy, I'm not gonna. Okay. Anyways, all right, everybody. For Ryan Dole, myself, Jacob Walsh, and Abigail Gardner, have a wonderful week. Buy a toy, buy a HasLab if you want. Just think about it first. Think about if that's something you really want to do to your family.
Also, watch Bad Batch. It's gonna be great. Rewatch that.
What?
Rewatch Bad Batch. If you're bored, rewatch
Dude,
Bad Batch.
How good was that Bad Batch 2 trailer?
Insane.
So awesome. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on a Wednesday night. Bye.
Good night.